Hello everyone, welcome to Jack's Mathx. I have a very simple question to you from circle. Here's the circle equation and you have to find out the center of the circle. Maybe just watching the equation within few seconds you will select this option. But boss, this is totally wrong. Don't feel I'm telling something wrong. Just let me explain why it's not correct. For example, we have a circle equation like x square plus y square like minus 6x plus, for example, 8y minus 3 equals 0. But we know the general equation of the circle like x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0. What's the center? The center is just minus g comma minus g comma minus f. And how to, okay, so now tell me how to find out the center of this circle. Simply just very shortcut, what's the coefficient of x minus 6 and what's the coefficient of y plus 8. Just divide this coefficient with minus 2. What will be the result? Here 3 and here minus 4. This is the center. Okay now boss, this is the center of the circle. But what's the wrong for this circle? What's the wrong for this circle? Here, if I try to find out the center of this circle, so what's the coefficient of x? Here 4. And what's the coefficient of y? Minus 4. Then just divide with minus 2. What will be the result? Then just a comma, use a parenthesis. What will be the result? Here minus 2 and just plus 2. Okay now boss? But why this is not correct? Why this is invalid? Okay, this is the very tricky, not too much complex. Okay, but if I ask you what is the radius of the circle, so very simply we can find out the radius, just g square plus f square, then minus constant, just overall a root over. So this is the way we find out the radius. So if I try to find out the radius of this circle, now tell me how to find out g square. What's the value of g? Here center is minus 2 comma 2. Then what will be the value of g? Simply just multiply with minus. The value of g equals 2 and value of g equals 2 and what's the value of f? Simply f equals to minus 2. Whatever, 2 square and minus 2 square both are same. Okay, leave this point. So what will be the radius? If I try to find out the radius boss, then simply, okay, 2 square or minus 2 square equals 4. Okay, 4 plus 4 plus 4, and what's the constant value here? 48, right? So okay, minus 48. Now tell me what will be the result? 8 minus 48 equals minus 40, but that's a root over whatever. So now tell me minus 40, or you can write like this way as root over minus 1 equals to I. So you can write like this way 40i. So this is an imaginary, or it doesn't intersect, this circle doesn't intersect x-axis or y-axis. Suppose tell me radius doesn't exist. If the radius of the circle doesn't exist, now tell me, is it possible to exist a circle but there's no radius? I repeat again, is it possible to exist a circle without any radius? Certainly no boss. If there's no radius, certainly there's no circle. There is no circle but you are having a center. Is it possible? Certainly boss, it's not possible. You have no circle, so certainly there's no concept of center also. So as the equation doesn't exist boss, but now tell me, is it possible to exist the center? Certainly it's also not possible to exist the center. So center doesn't exist, but you have selected this option. Okay, hopefully you got the point. So what will be the suitable answer here? Certainly none of them. This is the okay valid option. You can select this option, whatever. Hopefully you got the concept. If you don't get anything, no problem, you can ask in the comment box. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.